Hello and welcome to the unofficial BSHL Senior Hockey League podcast. This is episode 24. I'm joined by my co-host Corey.
Good day.
Yeah, man. 24 is my favorite number, you know. Love that number.
Really?
Yeah. Hardcore.
I'm born on the 23rd of July. So 23 would be a favorite number of mine. I like the number 90 as well. So would 90, WrestleMania 6, The Ultimate Warrior, 1990.
I get it.
Wrestling marks.
There you go. I remember. I get it now as I'm looking at the Ultimate Warrior logo behind him.
Yeah.
We had a great weekend this weekend, Corey.
Fantastic one.
We got together in Bucktouche.
We did.
And checked out the JCs against the Miramichi Northmen, which always, that's going to be a great game.
Yep.
We love the J.K. Irving Center, and we love seeing these two teams. We love, Alex Collette, always a pleasure to see that kid.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll start with the games. Go ahead, Corey.
So first game is actually Miramichi beating Bucktouche 3-1. Grant Donovan from Miramichi, 1 goal, 2 points. Kennedy Gallant, 1 goal. And Oliver Gendron, 1 goal. Bucktouche's sole goal, Logan Timmins.
This was a pretty good game.
Mm-hmm. Logan Timmins is someone that keeps appearing on the score sheets. Number 92. He's been consistent in the JCs.
Hey, it's a fantastic pickup for them. Young player, a lot of talent.
Yeah, really enjoy watching him.
Yeah, me too. Collette in this game, of course, again, was Collette.
Yep, absolutely. Best goalie in the league, in my opinion. And there's a lot of great goalies in this league. Yeah. He has a flow to him. Like he's suave in the net.
Suave in the net. I like that.
Suave in the net.
You're suave in the net. You're suave in the net, Alex. Corey with an E likes you. Yeah, it was just a fun game. A friend of mine came to her first senior game. She enjoyed it. Gonna say thank you to the JC's organization. They shouted us out before the game on the PA, which we really appreciate that kind of generosity. And just, the JC's are a very welcoming organization. We like them a lot. So
they really are. Jumping a little bit ahead, but they saw me and Cheryl in Spring Hill. Had a chat with us. Super, super nice.
They saw you at the canteen, right?
At the canteen, we were getting some of those donair burgers that were.
They knew where to look for Corey. If you're looking for Corey at any hockey game, look at the canteen and you might find him.
Yeah, I like to eat
before the game, man, and especially those donair burgers are phenomenal.
They were so good.
Yeah, you hooked up with Jeanette and had a little chat with her.
Yep. Super nice. She listens to the podcast, which is always awesome. Just super kind lady. Was really fun to talk with her. I also spoke with Connor Smith, GM of the coal miners on that day. Another class act, just a wonderful guy, just super nice. A brother of the podcast, really.
He's Connor's a good guy. He's become a pretty good friend over the course. We've made a lot of friends in this league, though. Absolutely. It's pretty awesome. It's a pretty good time. So that game, man, Collette played really well. Miramichi definitely pressured. We I don't know. It didn't feel like the best game by any means, but we had a lot of fun.
Absolutely. It was Miramichi is a great game. It's a great team. Bucktouche is almost like Shippigan. They're a better team than their record shows. Yeah. Especially with that brick wall and net. It wasn't my favorite game this weekend, but it was a great game either way.
Yeah. What other games happened on Friday night?
Tracadie beat Spring Hill 6-2. Tracadie's Alex Basque, 1 goal, 2 points. Nicolas Richard, 2 assists for Tracadie. Spring Hill's Parker Dagan, 1 goal. And Ryan McDonald, 1 goal. Not the best night for Spring Hill, but Tracadie, another very, very strong team.
Yeah, Spring Hill had a short bench that night, I think, from what I saw. So that never helps. Tracadie's a great team, man. You really said it. They're clicking. They're playing well. There's a third game Friday.
River Valley beat Shippigan 6-5. Strap in for this one. David Brewer, 2 goals, 3 points. Adam Crow, 2 goals, 3 points. And Peter Trainer, 1 goal, 3 points, all from River Valley. Shippigan's Tommy Bezo, 1 goal, 2 points. Yannick Leblon, 1 goal, 2 points. And Jan Plurd, 1 goal, 2 points in what seemed to have been the game of the day.
Yeah, it looks like a phenomenal game. Everybody that was there, I got some clips. There was also some interesting, I don't know, not really fights, but just some weird stuff going on there. It was looked like a really fun game, looked like a good game. Another great Friday in the BSHL.
Mm-hmm.
The Saturday we split up. We
We
went to
did.
2 separate games, which was, I mean, it worked out. It was great. Sucked not being together. We're used to being able to have a chat during the game and have some fun. But, Corey voted for Donair Burgers. I wanted the Rink Burgers in River Valley. So off we went our separate ways. You want to start with your game or mine?
You can start with yours.
All right. So go ahead and run it down, and then I'll break down what I saw.
So this is the shocker of the weekend for me. River Valley beat Dalhousie in overtime, 5-4. Just a few of the highlights here. River Valley's Luc Gallon, 2 goals, and Peter Trainer, 1 goal, 2 points. But Dalhousie's Pascal Valcourt, he had a hat trick.
Did you see that Valcourt goal where he comes off the face-off, blows by everybody, and scores on the breakaway? Man,
that guy could be. I keep saying that they're the Hawks of this year, from the Hawks from last year. They're that team this year, and he reminds me a lot of Mackenzie Brown. Just a natural goal scorer, could have a hat trick on any given night, and just talented guy.
Yeah. So I was at the game. Man, River Valley's the best. First of all, we're going to start with something shocking. Tracy did not get a rink burger.
What?
You heard me. Tracy,
and you're still with her?
Barely. Tracy got a hot dog.
Okay.
And she forgot to get fried onions on it, which would have stepped it up a little bit. But like the bun's fried, and it looks like a really good hot dog.
Okay.
I had a burger, shocking to absolutely nobody. It was as good as you think it was. The game starts, man, it was cold in there. We were, so first of all, we were standing next to so behind us, we had a couple River Valley fans, and to the right of us, we had like the Dalhousie section. I don't even want to say a couple Dalhousie fans, the section. There was 4 rows, about 10 people wide of Dalhousie fans, including the play-by-play guys on the radio in Dalhousie who were right there. So, it was fun because on our left, we had all kinds of River Valley cheering, and on our right, we had the Dalhousie guys cheering. So,
that's always fun.
Oh, yeah. A little later in the game, I was cold. I stood up in the back and had a chat with some Dalhousie fans. So thanks to you guys for having a chat with me. I appreciate it. Man, I love Dalhousie. There's such good people. And then, of course, River Valley is one of the nicest spots in the province. So
one of my favorite rinks. I thought so many good rinks in the league, man.
Yeah, that's amazing. I know you fell in love with that trackety rink when we were there.
Oh, yeah. The old school feel of that rink was just mind-blowing to me. It felt like you were going back into the 90s.
We'll be there again in 12 days. So
yep. Can't wait. I really can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So, Dalhousie started out looking like Dalhousie, cycling the puck, just playing how, you've seen them play. And River Valley really did a good job on defense, staying like disciplined and keeping Dalhousie to the outside. And that's the one thing I noticed. They were blocking a lot of shots. They were blocking passes. And Dalhousie kind of struggled with that.
Yeah.
River Valley played well. They would come down ice, somehow get open for a nice little wrist shot, and they played a great game. They took a big lead. I think they were up 4-2 at one point. Dalhousie came back. There was a goal in the last minute, which was just, man, again, I had River Valley fans on the left, Dalhousie fans on the right, and Dalhousie fans were going nuts, man. They were loving it. God, I also got this great video from Travis Robichaud of his angle of the goal with 30 seconds left, and they all just freaked out.
Yeah.
So this was one of the hardest hitting games I've seen this year, Corey.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of clips on your BSHL Facebook page, and there's one hit in particular that was just like bone breaking.
Oh my god. So that hit was let me find it here in my notes. Oh god. So that was Zach Whitlock on Sade. So when Sade went down, I was talking with some of the guys after the game. I think he twisted his ankle or his knee or something, and they don't know what's up, but like he's in some pain. He ended up getting helped off the ice. It was scary when Whitlock hit him and he didn't get back up. It was scary. I never, you've been to a lot of hockey games. You see that sometimes when the guy doesn't get up, and he was against the boards on our side, so we couldn't see if he was moving or what was going on. So there's that like pit of your stomach, where you feel a little nauseous because you're like, hope this guy's okay. He,
Something similar to that happened in the UFC last night. Did you see that knockout?
I didn't.
Uh, so the guy got knocked out so bad that he went into a seizure.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my cousin was like texting me. He's like, "Did you see that knockout?" I'm like, "I literally just got home from Spring Hill. I haven't seen anything yet." He's like, "Find that knockout and then come back to me." And then I see it, and they're like trying to get him up, and he's like seizing on the floor,
Oh
and I'm
my
like, "Oh
god.
my god!" Like it
Which
was
which cousin was that?
my cousin Dan Vautour, not the hockey player, but but my cousin who's we're both related to
Daniel. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Daniel.
Yeah, he
Uh,
came to a game last year with us. I know
yeah,
him. Nice guy.
nice guy. Loves mixed martial arts, and he was like really looking forward to this card. And the first match is like, I've never seen a knockout like that. Like he's like, I usually don't get scared, but that one scared me because he's just there stiff and seizing. And when you talk about a hockey hit like that, it reminded me of the same thing. You're just like, please
Yeah.
move, please give us a sign of life.
We couldn't see him, so I don't know. He was probably moving or he was probably motioning that his leg was hurt. But from our side, we just saw a bunch of Dalhousie players around him and a trainer running across the ice. So it
Yeah,
was a little scary. I was happy when he saw him get up. And, Whitlock got 5 in the game. Probably going to end up with a suspension. I don't know. It was a borderline hit, but
did
the
it
ref
seem
made the
intentional to hurt?
no.
No,
I don't think anybody in this league is intentionally trying to hurt anybody in
no,
this league. I don't think Whitlock would do that. I
no.
just think it's a hockey hit, but it was a scary one. And glad he's okay. It's kind of like that Andy Joseph hit a couple weeks
I
ago.
was just about to say that. The
Scary
debate is
hit.
still on that one.
Yeah, it's a hockey hit. It's a borderline one. It's a scary one. It's a dangerous sport. These guys are skating. Man, Benji Curtis threw a few big hits. Chad Denny threw a few big hits. John Hardy stepped up and laid a
Really,
good hit. Like it was just a hard hitting game. And shout out to Josh Simpson in that looked really good, played well. Just a good game, man. We had a lot of fun. I'm gonna shout out Travis for bringing down some Chig's pizza. We love some
yeah,
Chig's pizza. I've got a pizza in my freezer for you, Corey. I'll bring it over to you.
sweet. Well, thank you,
Yeah, man.
Travis. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, we love man. Chig's is the best. So this
Yeah,
summer we got to get out to Dalhousie and try it fresh when you're off work.
absolutely. July is good for me.
July's good for you. All right, we'll
So
find out.
before we move on to the last game of the weekend, so this is Dalhousie. They're only their third loss in their first, like they still walked away with a point. So if my memory serves me correctly, Tracadie's beaten them, Spring Hill has beaten them, and now Spring River Valley's beaten them.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yep.
So this is really a powerhouse team,
Yeah.
and they still managed to come back. What 4-1, tie the
Four
game
to
up
4-2, I think, with
four to
like 3
two.
minutes left or something stupid.
So
Yeah.
the talent in this team is unbelievable.
Yeah, man. And Vaikuo just God, like those guys behind me who are River Valley guys. They started talking to me and they're like, "Was he the leading scorer?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "He's the fastest guy in the league, I think." And I'm like, "Yeah, I probably don't disagree with you that Pascal Vaikuo might be the fastest guy in the league. When he puts
Yep.
on the Jets, he's
Yep.
gone." So yeah, everything when you have a team visiting another team and you're the road team and you impress the home fans, it's always a good sign.
Mhm. Yep. There's not an end. Shout out to River Valley, man. They
Yeah,
beat the beast. Like, you
and they were
can't take
pumped.
anything away.
Like when they
Of
scored
course.
that overtime goal, my God, they might as well have won the cup. Like they were celebrating; it was right in front of us. Great Selly. The fans were pumped. When I was leaving, a couple security guards were like, "Hey, Corey, man, that was a hell of a game." And I was no response. Like, yeah, absolutely. That's one of the best games I saw this year. So I love it, man. I love the competitiveness and the fact that any team can win on any night.
Yep, I love it too. Speaking of winning on any night,
Yeah.
we go to um, a pretty one-sided game. I think it was just a bad night for one team and a really good night for another. So talking about a pretty big beating, Bucktouche beat Spring Hill 10-3. Bucktouche scores for this night, or some of them anyway. I couldn't fit them all on the page. Jacob Ains, 2 goals, 4 points. Thomas Mansbridge, 2 goals, 4 points. Jeremy Hanna, 1 goal, 2 points. Not to be outdone, though, we got some goals from Spring Hill. Renee George, 1 goal, 2 points. Bobby Davis, captain, 1 goal. And Chad Miller, 1 goal.
Beautiful slapper by Bobby Davis too. I saw that goal. It's a really nice goal. I've got the rest of the goals. They're all on Google Drive. Cheryl posted them up there, so
Yeah.
I'll be posting them throughout this week. There was a lot of goals, so I've got to go through and edit them. But man, good for Bucktouche. Big win for them. Not going to take anything away from a really good Spring Hill team,
Yeah.
but
This game was not without controversy again. There was a very weird, and me and you were talking on the phone this morning about this. There's a weird non-goal call that just has us like so confused on what happened there. Because at first we saw, okay, it's probably offside, and then we watch the video, it's not offside. They shoot the puck. It doesn't seem like the puck goes in the net. There's a whistle, but there's also a goal call. So Bucktouche starts celebrating, and then they put it up on the board. It was like 3-0 or 3-1. And then the referees meet up in the middle and they take a very long time discussing this, and then they wave the goal off. This was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in the BSHL ever, because there's so many moving parts there.
if you're listening to this podcast, then go to YouTube and watch this portion of the podcast. If you're on YouTube and you're not paying attention, then maybe scroll back 20 seconds and watch it. But I'll actually play that goal a couple times right here in the podcast, maybe two or
Okay.
three times while we talk about it, so you can actually watch it while we talk. I don't know what happened. It looked to me like the puck went behind the net, but I don't know where the puck really went. The ref called a goal. Even Bucktouche kind of didn't know what to do. Spring Hill was adamant that it wasn't a goal, though.
I don't remember which goalie it was at that time, because all 4 goalies played that game. Like
Yeah.
they pulled the Spring Hill goalie, and so I don't remember which one it was that was in net, but he was like really like visibly upset. Like, what are you talking about? I won't use the colorful language that he used, but
Uh,
it was the moving parts were so. At first, I was like, okay, it's a delayed offside. That's my first thought, is it's an offside, and it took a while for them to blow the whistle. But then as they're signaling for a goal, there's also a whistle. So immediately I was like, okay, there was a penalty or something, or the goal went in at like the net's off the moorings maybe. But then when you called me this morning, you were like, the puck isn't even in the net. So
I
I
can't
have
see the
zero
puck
clue
in the
what's
net.
going on with that.
Yeah, like I said, I'll post the video here, so check it out. You can form your own opinion, but it's a weird one, Corey. I don't know. It doesn't really change the outcome of the
No.
game, which is the best thing about it. Like if this was a
Yeah.
1 goal game and Bucktouche loses because of it, or Bucktouche wins because of it, that sucks.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the best result I had in my own head was it was a brain fart by the referee.
Yeah.
That's the only plausible thing I can come up with. But it was the weirdest thing. Like I think it was last week. The is it a goal? Is it not a goal for the Hawks? It's debatable, but you know what it is. Um, I've seen it a bunch of times again. I agree with you. I think it hits the post. But this one is so many moving parts. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was also, we can't not mention the weird fight that happened. I don't want to go huge into it. It's been a really big, like, the comments on that post have been insane. I've had to delete probably 40.
yeah,
It's a very touchy subject because clearly you're talking about an odd situation and
yeah,
maybe somebody that, I don't know, can't, definitely somebody that can't keep up with senior hockey at this point. But I don't know, it was a weird one. We're
yeah.
gonna mention it just in the sense that, it happened. We don't really want to go into too many details on it.
No,
I think the league is, you know, I don't know. It's unfortunate that it happened.
yeah.
Um, we are all for senior hockey being what it is. Fighting does have a place in this game.
It does.
Whether or not you like the 3 fight rule or you don't like it, the fight in the last 10 minutes, I don't know. It's all up for debate. Bring it to the right people. If you don't like it, talk to the league about it, I guess, would be my thing. And
Yeah, I don't know. I get the league's thinking on this, trying to protect their players. These are people. These are flesh and blood people. They don't want them to get hurt. I get that. But the fights in the league, they're not fighting, like they're having a chat on the line. Hey, we're gonna fight tonight, and it's friendly. And then they
as
fight, like
friendly as fighting can be.
as friendly as fighting can be. But then they fight. No one really gets hurt. I've seen one person really sort of get hurt when they got not sucker punch. They got punched in the face by Bobby Davis. It wasn't sucker punch. Bobby Davis, please don't come after me. I'm not tough. It was a punch. He punched him right in the nose, and he went to the locker room bleeding. That happens. You're throwing fist. Uh, I'm not part of the league. I do this podcast with you. I'm not going to try to pretend like I think my way of doing things would be better. I don't. I enjoy the game. I enjoy fighting. I think there's a place in hockey for fighting. There's an important place in the league for fighting. And yeah, it is what it is the best thing I could say.
Yeah, who knows what the rules are going to be next year and 2 years. For now, this is what we have. We have to deal with it. It's unfortunate because it does take away from the experience. People love to go to the rink to see fights,
It
liked it or
it's
not.
weird too because you have kids going to these hockey games.
Yeah.
And the entire time, like we're in Spring Hill yesterday, or 2 days ago, or maybe even 3 days ago, as of this coming out, Saturday. So, and you got a bunch of kids there, and they're like not watching hockey. They're just there with their little high pitched voice screaming, fight, 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 fight. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I don't know. I'm gonna take a no stance on this one,
yeah,
but I will say that I love the fighting. I wish the 3 fight rule wasn't in effect because it robs us of some phenomenal fights. I would have loved to see Nick Foran and Daigle on in Bucktouche on Friday. We don't get to see that because Foran's at 2 fights. If he has that 3rd fight, he's suspended.
yeah,
Then he can't play Miramichi on Friday.
yeah.
I'm liking that Dalen Bulger kid from Spring Hill from Shippigan. I want to see that kid fight every game. That kid has been very impressive this year, and it's a
Absolutely.
part of the league that I really enjoy. So I don't know. I love seeing local guys playing, and I love seeing fights. Those are the 2 things that I really enjoy, and I love going to different places around the province and just meeting people and hearing stories. Those are the coolest things about this league for me.
Yeah, it's like itching at me that I haven't been to Shippigan yet, and I haven't been to Dalhousie yet. Once I'll be complete for this season once I seen those 2 places, and the playoffs can start, and we can get this show on the road even further.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We might hit Shippigan this Friday. Shippigan is playing against Elsie on Friday, and
I'm in.
Miramichi. Yeah, I know you are. And Miramichi is playing in Miramichi against the red hot River Valley Lumberjacks.
Oof,
So
Maron.
there's 2 phenomenal games on Friday night, but we're not splitting up. Wherever we go, we're
No,
going as a team because I missed you too much yesterday. So we
same.
got to say, I
I
know,
think I think every once in a
bro
while
love,
it's good.
bro love.
Bro love. You're my You're my podcast wife.
All right, then. That's something. Hell, thank you for that.
You're
And
welcome.
yeah, no, I'd like to get to the next game with you and just, be able to sit and have a chat and stuff. But
Yeah.
man, two great games Friday.
Which Cheryl was really good.
Yeah,
She's
you had
super
fun?
super professional. Had fun. She's such she's a sweet girl, and I think the nerves got to her
Okay.
because she sort of missed the first goal,
Okay.
and I think it like messed with her head. And I was like, calm down. It's one goal. Your brother's not gonna like put your head
Yeah, it doesn't
on a
matter.
stick.
It's fine. You miss a goal, you miss a goal. Who cares? We're
And I
human.
don't think it was disappointing you. I think she was disappointed in herself.
Yeah.
Cheryl does a big shout out to her. Big shout out, Tracy. I've said it once. I'll say it 1,000 times. I'm going to say it next show and the show after that. They are the heroes behind the camera.
Yeah.
I know they said they wouldn't appear on the show. I really wish they'd make an appearance at one time. I think the
Yeah.
people would like to meet them.
Yeah, I mean, Cheryl does some really good video work, videography. I don't know what to call it. She takes good shots of the videos, and you guys get to see them on the podcast page and on YouTube.
What's funny is I started giving her the name Camera because she's our camera girl, and she's like, "Is that my nickname?" So my goal for the rest of the year, which is only a couple weeks, is to have that stick. It's Camera. It's not Cheryl. It's Camera. I got Shelly over. I can get Camera over.
Camera. All right, I like it.
Camera.
Corey, let's get into our predictions real quick.
Are you sure you want to do that?
No, I really don't. I suck.
I didn't fare much better. I will say that.
You say that every week.
Dude, I'm still in the negative this week.
I know.
Not in my overall. You are, though.
Yeah, thanks.
So I went 2-3. I had correct the Bucktouche game in Spring Hill and the Miramichi versus Bucktouche in Bucktouche. Okay. You had one game right, which one was your game? You had Trackety. So I went 2 for 3. Corey went 1-4. I go to 21-20, so still teetering on the edge. Corey, you are under 500. You are 19-22.
I'd like to thank the Trackety Alpines for coming through for me. And I don't blame the other teams. I just can't make predictions. What are you going to do? But you know what? I'll take it. It says that this league is hard to call. These games are hard to predict. So I'll take that. It's fine.
The funniest line was, I don't remember who it was. They were like, who expected Bucktouche to just go 10-3 versus Spring Hill? And Corey, I don't know if it was anger that I won or was like, Corey did? Ask Corey. He predicted this. I'm like, not 10-3. I thought it was going to be close. I think it was just an off night for Spring Hill, though.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll bounce back. They'll be fine.
Absolutely.
We only have a few more weeks left in this season, and then we're moving into the playoffs.
I really can't wait. These playoffs are going to be so fun, so friggin' interesting, and just, God, I love this league.
We're having a good time.
I prefer this league over the NHL.
For now, yeah. Well, because we're there live.
We're there live. All the teams are great. I'm loving all the teams. My favorite team is the Montreal Canadiens, and they're doing better than last year.
Yeah.
They're not making the play. We're still like a year or two away from them actually being good. So right now, this is feeding my hunger for hockey.
Yep, that's fair.
So 2 more things to go.
All right.
Corey, what is your game of the week?
Probably Dalhousie and River Valley. When Dalhousie came back in the last few minutes, tied it up, and then River Valley wins in overtime. Just phenomenal game. So I'm going to probably say that's my game of the week. So
I debated between the Dalhousie Lumberjacks game and the River Valley Shippigan game. Since you're going with the Dalhousie one, I'm going to go with River Valley and Shippigan. That seemed like it was super close. Yeah. Super fun. I've heard nothing but positive things about that game. So we disagree, but you can't go wrong with either game.
Absolutely.
So our player of the week, who do you have?
Seeing that game last night, like a Saturday night or Sunday recording this, Pascal Valcour's effort last night was pretty impressive, so I'm going to give him my player of the week.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the JC's Alex Collette.
Yeah.
Here's why. Not the outcome they wanted on Friday. They took an L there. Collette stood on his head, though. He was fantastic in net. And in Spring Hill, he was so good, they gave him that third period off. So he played 2 periods. Even Cheryl, every time Collette would make a save, she just like turned to me and shake her head and was like, it shouldn't be fair to other teams. Like, he's that good. And I kept telling her, carry price of the league. Carry price of the league. Collette is, and that helmet again. Yeah. God, it's so beautiful. But yeah.
He seems like he's settling in now. And like now we're seeing the Collette from last year in the playoffs and like that brick wall. So
yeah. Yeah, and he's my player. He's my player of the week. I think with the effort that he put in on both games, I think he deserves it. Valcour is not a bad pick either, though. Valcour is he could win this every single week if they're playing.
Yeah, I agree. He's
even if they're not playing, he might still win. He's that good.
I feel you, Corey. I've got some Chig's pizza downstairs, and I'm gonna go eat.
All right. So lucky. I'm gonna have to wait.
You have to wait until I decide to bring you some.
Jesus.
I know, it's rough.
I know, and look at me. I lost weight and I need the food.
Yeah, Corey's you're down 50 pounds since the beginning of your weight loss journey. So props to you, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a shock for me yesterday to jump on the scale and realize that I had lost 50 pounds in a year. I don't know. Just happy for myself on that. Didn't think I could do it, and I did it. So a little bit of exercise goes a long way. I take a hour plus long walk every day, and works.
Yeah, right on, man. Keep it up. You're doing good.
Thank you, bro.
Thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you soon.
Take care.